Hey everybody, it's Genoa with The Crafty Mess. I'm here with a new tutorial and I'm going to be showing you today how I made these cute wax candles. I'm going to show you two different methods, so whether you have an inkjet printer or a sublimation printer, I'll show you how to do both. And we'll go over the list of supplies that you'll need to do either of those methods. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate having you here. Make sure you subscribe and have that notification bell on so you're notified of any of our next videos or lives that we do. And if you are already subscribed, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry for the hiatus, but life has been lifing and I had some stuff that I had to take care of. But I'm back and I'm ready to work. All right, so let's go over the list of items you're going to need. Okay, of course you're going to need candles. I got a 3-pack of the smaller size candle from Michael's. They had a sale. The bigger size was sold out, so I would have preferred to get the tall pillar candles, but any size will work. So you're going to need candles. Okay, you're going to also need wax paper. I can't find my roll of wax paper, but I had these wax paper sandwich bags. Someone gifted me 2 unopened boxes of these, and I can always use wax paper in the craft room, so this is what I'm going to be using, but any kind of wax paper will work. You're going to need white tissue paper. So I picked up a pack of white tissue paper from our local $1.25 store, so any kind of white tissue paper. You're going to also need a heat gun or a blow dryer. I've done it with a blow dryer. It works much better with the heat gun. But if you do not have a heat gun, you don't need to go out and purchase one just to make 1 or 2 candles. You can use a blow dryer. But we'll need a heat gun as well. Okay, so you also need to have whatever image, words, or design that you're going to want on your candle. If you're going to be using the inkjet method, you're going to need cardstock, and you're going to also... Oh, my heat press is ready. You're going to also need some painter's tape. If you're going to be doing the sublimation method, you're going to need your sublimation paper, and then you'll need some blowout paper like butcher paper. You'll also need a heat press. So that can either be like an easy press or a regular heat press. I just went ahead and heat up my regular heat press to 400, and now we're ready to go. So I'm gonna go and figure out first. Now I just took the packaging off that told me how much. I'm thinking 3 inches. Yeah, 3 inches. So you want to make sure that your image is going to fit onto your candle, and you can either do something that is just going to go like on the front of the candle, like what I've done with these. So with these, I just did the image on the front of the candle, and you can see that you can't even really tell at all that this is tissue paper on candle. This design, I also did it where it was just the image on the front of the candle. Aren't those designs so funny? I love them. However, you can also print it so that the tissue paper can wrap all around the candle if that's what you would like to do as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my computer and determine what kind of image I'm going to put on my tissue paper. Okay, so I have my sublimation print here. I have that on some sublimation paper. I'll link it below. And then I have a piece of tissue paper cut to size for that. I forgot to mention earlier that if you're going to do the sublimation method, you will need also like some butcher paper. And then here I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And then you may not be able to see it because I've taped it down, but there is a piece of white tissue paper that I've taped down with some painter's tape, and I've made sure that the image is going to print in this area, and I'm going to load and print this on my inkjet printer. Okay, so I went ahead and I sublimated the tissue paper with the pattern, and I just kind of rough cut around it. I have my heat gun plugged in. I know I kind of skipped a part, but I was recording and my phone kept ringing. So I'm just going to continue on because that part, if you have a sublimation printer, I'm going to assume at this point that you know the process of how to sublimate, which would be putting it on your heat press with your blowout paper and your image and all of that. Okay, and then I just took my scissors and kind of just cut around it to take some of that excess tissue paper off. I should have made the design just a little bit longer. And then what I did is I took that sandwich bag, wax paper sandwich bag, and I just cut the bottom off of it. And I'm going to wrap it around. Okay. And then just going to cut off. Okay. And then just kind of hold it and make sure it doesn't shift too much. And then with my heat gun on low, now I'm going to slowly go over it with the heat. Now I'm using an actual heat gun and not like an embossing gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple pieces of this heat tape to help me keep this closed on that seam part. And then I'm going to locate my heat glove, hopefully. Okay, I found my heat glove. And you're just going to go over it. You'll start to see it melt into the candle. Just kind of move it around. I'm just kind of with my hands pressing it in. You want to be careful because you can melt the candle, but you're just going to continue to do that until the image is basically combined with the candle. So we're getting there. We can go a little bit further to make it more seamless, but what I like to do is to check it, run my fingers over any wrinkles that might be in the tissue paper, and then go over it again. And you're basically just going to continue that process until it looks the way that you would like for it to. And this one, I can really see the tissue paper start to disappear into the candle. Okay, so we just need to do the other side, and then we'll be done. Okay, and now we're left with a pretty seamless candle. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the inkjet. Okay, so I printed it out. You saw how I had it taped down. It's a very small image. This one is just going to go on the front of the candle, so it didn't need to be very big. And then I went ahead and cut it. And now I'm just going to place it on the candle front. I think I can move that up just a little bit. Okay, wax paper on top, and this one I don't need a whole big old wax paper. And I can concentrate it more. Oops, just to the front of the candle where the image is. Just kind of smoothing it out. Sorry if that was off camera. Just checking areas that I could hit it again. I see a little area down here and right up at the very top. Perfect. And now you can barely tell that there's any tissue paper. I'm actually looking down here. I could probably hit it one more again right there in the corner. Because I want it to be seamless as possible. There we go. Now, you can't see any of the tissue paper lining. It looks like it's just right there on the candle. So again, we have the originals here and here. And then the two that we did today. All right, that concludes everything for today. Again, this is Genoa with the Crafty Mess. I'm thanking you for joining me. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.